Well, hello out there. UD45 here. Thought I would show you a little bit of the aftermath of our Chicago snowstorm. This is about a week, this is a little bit more than a week later. And I thought I'd show you here before it gets all melted. The temperatures are rising. But we had a solid 18 plus inches. I told some folks I would show them what the snow looked like. It's settled down some, so you won't get the full effect. But every time the snow plows would run, I'd get buried by another 3 foot. That's a mountain of snow there, plowed up by the gas station's plows. It's about, oh, what is that, 15 foot or so high. Didn't bring out my tape measure, but right there's a solid wall of about 16 inches. Originally they had this whole area here was all full of snow too, and they've come in and piled it up higher, give them a little parking room. I'll walk back up here in the front. Originally, when they finally got the street opened up some, they plowed the 2 center lanes. So this driveway ran all the way out to the center lane there, where you can see the crack from the joint. And they gradually, over the course of a week, moved it back to its regular 2 lanes going each way. Down the sidewalk here, you can see it got pretty deep. And then down here at the end, the snowplows moved it to where it was about a wall. Well, heck, you can see now they've got it back. There's a wall about 6 foot high blocking the sidewalk to get out onto the street. But the wind come down. This is the street up here in front of the house, runs east and west, and the wind was straight out of the east. And it looked just like the cartoons show it on the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or something like that. Wind would blow, and every few seconds there'd be a big swirl. You could see it at the street lights up here. Be a big swirl, and it'd go poof, and then all of a sudden it'd come back straight, blowing straight out of the east off Lake Michigan. Anyways, that's the front. Let's see, it's all settled some now. That step's about 12 inches or so high. And you can see the snow has drifted well past that. And it's all settled down and started to melt. But it was something, one heck of a storm. Difference between this and 67, 67 got a few more inches, but there was no wind. Here we had 50-mile-an-hour winds blowing that straight off the lake. And if the wind hadn't shifted, there'd be no limit to what fell. But here's where the snowplow piles it up. It's quite a task to break through it. Luckily had a little help one day and from a friend of mine, Carl, and another time I just barely got it open enough to get out and get to work. And still driving over some of it. Shot of the backyard after a week later in the blizzard of Aught 11. It Got quite a bit of snow out here, around 18, 19 inches here. We're close to Midway at this location, so Midway Airport says about 19 inches, 18 and a half or so. It's pretty messy. We've had a little bit of snow since then. Luckily, though, with the wind, it didn't all pile up on the roofs, so wind was blowing everywhere. 50-mile-an-hour gusts. I come home and took an hour to get home, hour and a half to get home out of work, but there was no snow on the driveway. It had all blown away, which was actually pretty good. I was able to get in with no problem. And then once I parked, of course, we got drifts about 3 foot high piled up against my car. But that was okay. I wasn't going anyplace after that. It stood out there for 2 days. So there's still a lot of snow, but we're starting to thaw out a little here. It's supposed to get up near 40 this next few days, and it'll all be gone. I even got a cornice. Look at there at the top of the garage where the wind blew it over. That's been there all week. Maybe I'll knock it down. Well, I guess that ought to be enough. That's the white stuff. That's what come down and what it looks like a week later. Actually, let's see, where are we now? 10 days later, 10 or 14 days later. So, 10 or 12 days. Okay, UD signing out. UD 45. Everybody stay safe and have a great day.